we need to go kill some fucking Tyranids. Right, we need to send a squad with like 10 that's equipped with 10 heavy bolters, and they would go and they would find the 10 best space marines in the galaxy at firing a heavy bolter, and they would go, do you want to go help us kill some Tyranids? And they'd be like, you bet we do. And then they'd go off on like an adventure killing Tyranids, and then they'd go back to their chapter after it.
Right. You know what's weird?
What?
How to start a video.
Yeah.
You know what else is weird?
That you've been.
This is the intro.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is gonna be the intro because I don't know how to do like. It's awkward to do a standard intro with more people, for me at least. It's weird to do the normal one. So this is the beginning. Not the whole conversation we've been having so far, but just this little bit.
Not the bit where I vomited 40k lore at you for like 10 minutes.
I mean, you'll be doing that throughout the whole thing, but
yes, which unfortunately will be this entire.
As long as you try and keep it
relevant.
Not point after point.
Yes.
You
try
pick
and keep it
one thing and then you end that.
Yeah.
Because then it's easier to section it, if anything.
Yes. Also, I just noticed the orcs have like little belts on.
Yeah?
Yeah, I never noticed that before. They've got like little belts with like a skull buckle on.
Oh yeah.
Look.
Right there.
I'd never noticed that before. That's really cute. Oh.
Alright, so this is not a super long game, so this will not be a very long let's play, but
and you're also helping that length by not doing what I do. I've done the 3 times I've beaten this game and playing it on hard. Which for the most part the game's fine on hard, but like there are a few moments, and I will point them out when you see them, where it's like, oh, I'm just going to die here a few times now.
I mean, it does say you will die often, and if there's only 3 difficulties, then it's like, well, they probably put everything they had in hard.
Yeah, hard mode's just like, I've never played this game on normal, so it's going to be interesting.
I have not either, because I played through it once, and apparently that was on easy, because I guess I just wanted to play through it at that point.
I mean, to be fair, easy is the canonical difficulty of this game for a Space Marine.
Oh, okay, I mean, if you want to see it like that, then I guess.
Like, there was a thing they did, Games Workshop did, I want to say in like 3rd or 4th edition, where they released Marines for the tabletop with, or they released stat lines for Marines in tabletop that were lore accurate, and those are called movie Marines.
Because you can't die.
Yes, they cost like 5 times the amount of points a regular Space Marine would, and they have like 3 or 4 wounds as opposed to 1, and just the best stats possible, because that's what Space Marines are.
Right. But
so yeah,
so I don't know if this starts immediately as I press normal, but
it will.
Okay, well, yeah, now I guess we'll see the intro cutscene as I do this.
One of my favorite cutscenes in any game.
Captain Titus. The orcs have massacred the Forge World's forces. And they have taken the planetary defense weapons.
Clever of the damned orcs. Keeps us off their backs while they loot the Titan war machines.
Brace for evasive maneuvers.
Pilot, report!
Starboard engine is dead, Sergeant. We are losing altitude.
Get the ship to safety. We find another way down.
Aye, Captain. Thunderhawk Lancer Jove returning to launch bay.
This is your plan.
We need to get to the surface to take out the gun battery.
Oh no.
Or do you want to go home already, Sergeant?
Not before having a word or two with the orcs.
Is that wise, Captain?
Wait, I did test and this didn't happen, but okay. We'll see when
Try
we
to keep up.
get in.
It's not happened any time I've played it either.
I guess Unity infected this game as well.
Evidently. Also, those would be space defense force ships. They would not be this low altitude.
Okay.
This battle, like, they would be fighting in the skies or in space proper. This appears to be some sort of like high altitude battle.
Jesus.
Holy shit, what is going on? Okay, it seems like it's fine now.
Yes. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can't. Okay. No, yeah. No, I think it's. It looks about fine now. I guess it was just a bit wonky. And
So, a few things I'd like to say. One, there's the textures. One, the game, the music that happens when the Thunderhawks fly in is the music they use for when you're about to win a match in PvP.
oh, okay.
And I think it's a really good use of it. Also, you would not have been dropped in with just a combat knife and a bolt pistol. You're a captain, so you probably have like some sort of power weapon and a bolt pistol. But yeah, that's about it.
Also, yeah. Okay, no, all the textures are apparently dying for some reason.
No,
Oh yeah, because it did that on. Okay, so it definitely was a sign in the intro screen because it didn't. What if I restart checkpoint? What happens then? Does it fix itself?
Oh wow, you were fucking floating there, Jesus. Oh no!
No, they don't. Weird, because I fucking I checked, I tested this yesterday.
Yeah.
It didn't act like this.
I know
That's
you
weird.
got some glory kits, I saw. I quite like the voice acting of the orcs in this. I think it does a fairly good job of simulating what they're meant to sound like, which is, for people who don't know, football hooligans.
British
British
ones.
football hooligans. Yes, British football hooligans to be precise. Because 40k was made in the 1980s when Games Workshop. Oh no, it's also in fantasy, but Warhammer was made in the 1980s when Games Workshop still had a sense of humour.
I'll go through this graphics-filled intro bit, and then I'll restart the game once we've landed.
Yes.
And see if that fixes
Hopefully
it,
that fixes it.
because I'm
Maybe it's
confused
just the
over
fact
this.
We're in the sky.
Maybe.
Oh, here's Brimskull.
Get off my ship, Space Marine!
Grimskull, who displays a startling amount of grammar for an orc. He is incredibly well spoken. He managed to string an entire sentence together without shortening any of the words. It is very impressive. And in fact, would probably make him smarter than a good chunk of Imperial citizens.
Fuck. Oh, there it is.
Boom.
Oh, wait a minute. There we go.
Yeah. And I can't wait till we get a chance to squash. Like these, the knife into the head. I almost called it the glory kill.
Because it is.
Yeah. No. id Software clearly stole the glory kill system from Space Marine. Which, when you consider that some people have made the joke that Doomguy is one of the 2 missing Primarchs, does make a degree of sense. It's there's a long-running joke that Doomguy and Samus are the 2 missing Primarchs. They're both about this level of a Primarch.
Quake Titus escaped the graphically destroyed ship.
Make it to the incredibly bland and graphically unintensive Forge world.
Doesn't matter. Apparently, this main planet also graphically destroyed.
I blame Chaos.
I mean, I personally blame Assassin's Creed Unity. I don't know how, but I do.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I see Unity is shit, as we have been finding out. Oh, here it comes. Fucking... yeah. Also, that oh no.
Yeah, I just hold on. Yeah, saving content.
Orc shot me off course. I've had no word from Leandros, but I'm picking up Vox chatter from Imperial Guard forces on the ground.
I scarcely thought anyone would be left alive, much less still fighting.
Heading towards the front lines now.
I will meet you there.
All right, I shall. I shall quit and restart, and we shall see what happens afterwards if I can make it more stable. Okay, we're back, and we fixed all the things because apparently the game shits itself in window mode.
Chatter from Imperial Guard forces on the ground.
Yeah, whatever. You're not voiced by anyone important.
Heading towards the front lines now.
I will meet you there.
For people who are curious, Sidonus is voiced by a musician. The only person in this game that has any sort of recognizable name is our protagonist, Captain Titus, who is voiced by Mark Strong, who's a very, very successful British actor. Here we have Gretchen. They're fucking shit. And if you turn to your right...
Yeah, I actually, when I did my test, I found this as well, because I looked back, and I was like, oh, this looks like something. So, here is supposed to be a
servo skull.
But they save all of them.
Yes.
When you
servo skulls are the skulls of pious Imperial citizens that are fitted with electronics and serve a variety of purposes for various people throughout the Imperium. In this game, they are your audio logs.
It would be work shift, right?
Yes, work shift log 1.
Workers, assemble.
Caleb, there you are. The Shiring brothers are saying we're under attack.
The brothers are idiots, Lilith.
They saw rocks in the sky.
Xenos? Here? Damned unlikely.
Oh, okay. They're not longer than that?
No, they are... The audio logs, there are 2 issues with them. One, you can only listen to them in this menu.
Right.
You cannot have them playing normally unless you find them in a level.
Hmm.
The first time you can listen to them. I think it's kind of silly because levels will be set up in such a way that you will listen. You are meant to find the audio log and then listen to it as you're moving through an area without combat.
Right.
So I think it's kind of silly you can't listen to them outside of it. The second thing is, as you've seen, they're about a paragraph long. It's not particularly great. But to compensate for it, we are about to get our first weapon upgrade of the game. Saying goodbye to this knife. Oh no, it's not the knife, sorry, it is the bolter.
0.998 Godwin pattern bolter.
Yes.
The characteristic Space Marine battle rifle, firing self-propellant explosive tip rounds.
Yes.
Meaning you shoot them and then as it hit them, it explodes.
Yeah, well, it hits something, it penetrates slightly and then explodes.
Yeah.
It's a slight difference, but yes, they are, for all intents and purposes, an RPG with the fire rate of a assault rifle.
I believe if I should have actually tested on them, but I think I can do it on one dude. You can kind of see it. Also, by the way, these voice actors for the orcs reminds me a little bit of the orcs in Battlefield 2.
Possible.
Or like the main like announcer dude in Battlefield when you're playing as
All right.
dudes.
And here we have one of the 2 Space Marines we dropped onto the planet with, Leandros. People don't really like Leandros, and you will see why over the course of the game.
These orcs are cowards. They will not fight in glorious hand-to-hand combat.
Well, no, they don't want to. They have guns that fire many, many bullets. And that's the only thing that matters to them. These would be considered shooter boys who have guns with very high fire rates, but because orcs have appalling eyesight, they're really more having more fun actually just holding down the trigger and spraying bullets in your general direction than actually killing.
No. Grab the ammo.
You'll get the ammo.
Leandros,
Wasting ammo.
are you wounded?
The Codex Astartes warns against using jump packs to leap blindly into enemy fire for good reason.
Your days as a novice are behind you. Why do you still interpret the Codex so narrowly?
I look to its rules for guidance.
We all do. But there are also benefits to thinking for yourself, Leandros.
Enemy!
Okay, so the Codex Astartes. The Codex Astartes was written by the Primarch of the Ultramarines, Robert Gulliver, who is who was kind of the de facto leader of the Imperium after the Horus Heresy. Gulliver decided that part of the reason the heresy was so effective was because the Space Marines all numbered in colossal legions.
Under the shadow of that guy.
Hold on.
I want to know how.
Gulliman then...
Keep firing! Keep firing!
Oh, those poor bastards. Oh! I've never been able to save him. Good job. But
Clearly
yes,
didn't sprint enough.
Clearly. But yes, Space Marine, the Codex Astartes was written by Gulliman and is kind of like a cross between the Bible and the Art of War.
Right.
For Space Marines, because it was written by what is effectively like a step below Jesus for them.
My lord, you have saved us.
Rise, guardsmen. You saved yourselves. We thought you did.
We would be, my lord, if not for the lieutenant.
Where will we find this lieutenant?
At the front lines. Follow the trench network to the lieutenant's command bunker.
Carry on, guardsmen. We rendezvous with Sidonus, then we find this lieutenant. We need updated intel on the gun battery.
Yes, the Codex was also different chapters will have different relationships with the Codex. Some chapters, like the Space Wolves or the Black Templars, don't really use it as they feel it's too restrictive. Many chapters use it as kind of guidelines. The Ultramarines treat it as Holy Scripture.
I got to see a Space Marine before the end.
But now, part of the reason, though, that Leandros and Titus have such different opinions on the Codex, though, is because of what was going on with the
at a broken monument near the
with
guard
the
lines.
law at the time, which was the 5th edition Codex had been released 5 or so years before, and in it, it was written by a massive Ultramarine fanboy who wrote stuff that basically said everyone worships the Codex and everyone thinks the Ultramarines are the bestest. And it pissed fans off. And so Leandros is kind of that view of the Codex.
Worry not, Captain. I've saved some orcs for you. The orcs have got that gun well defended, no mistake. But typical orc behavior would be to dismantle or destroy the gun.
And certainly not use it to keep our forces at bay. There's a strategy behind it. Their leader is no fool.
This day is getting interesting.
I may have encountered the orc during our jump to the surface.
That was the orc ship I saw crash near here, I take it. Did he survive?
If the Horde hasn't turned on itself, it's still under his control.
The chainsaw. The Mark 11.
Hell's Teeth. Chainsword is a close combat weapon of choice among Space Marines, combining terrifying power and great speed. As you might be able to guess from the name, this is a chainsaw in sword shape. There are also two-handed versions of the chainsaw called Eviscerators that are the favoured melee weapon of the Flesh Terror's Space Marine chapter. Yeah. Alrighty.
Takes more than that to kill them. Kill them Space Marines! Kill the Space Marines!
Something people may be noticing is there is no cover system in this. This is actually part of the marketing campaign for the game. There was a poster they released of a guardsman diving for cover as a Space Marine leaps over it with the caption "Cover is for the weak."
I mean, that's kind of why you got armor instead.
Yes, Space Marine armor is
or a
titanium.
shield also.
Yes, Space Marine armor is titanium includes ceramite. Which ceramite is a made-up metal for the 40k universe that is basically concrete.
So it's literally ceramic.
Yes.
Kind of. That's where they took that.
Yes, it is.
It's stone.
Yes, Space Marine armor is very strong. These things are bomb squigs. Squigs are, or squigs is short for squiggly beast. And these are animals that the orcs employ. Squigs can perform many different roles, include being eaten, helping to ferment beer, eating orc waste, being their hair, being pets, and indeed strapping bombs to them and pointing them at the enemy. They have, in fact, there is one type of squig called the face-eating squig, which orcs will play a game with, where they will hold the squig above their face by its tail, and will try to eat the squig before the squig eats them.
Wait, when? Okay, what button do they want me to use for that? They gave me grenades, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah, what button that is supposed to be?
It's a G.
Oh yeah, it is G. Okay, it's just standard grenade button.
Yes. I think we're about
Dropship incoming.
Yes, here we go. Time for the big boy. Oh no, not yet. Huh. And I said I'd fake this game, guys. Oh no, is it coming back around? Yes, no. Now, here it is. So this is a orc knob. Knob being short for noble, because much of the orc language is stolen off of humans. These are orc leaders.
Where is your commander, guardsman?
They are the leaders because they're bigger than the other orcs.
Imperial Guard, we are Ultramarines. Open this door.
Space Marines.
Word from the second recce. Another horde of the Greenskins are headed here from the south. Damn Gretchen stuck a knife in Saul's throat 2 nights ago.
I like the touch that all the guardsmen stand up to salute you.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, Lieutenant.
Here we go.
Thank the Emperor. Second Lieutenant Mira, 203rd Cadian Regiment.
Captain Titus of the Ultramarines.
You are in command.
I'm all that's left, my lord. Unless my commanders rise from the grave. So far, they seem content to stay put.
Lieutenant, the scouts have returned to forward base.
How many?
2.
Damn. I sent out 10. That damn gun. We don't have the numbers to make an assault. And as you might have seen, it's shooting down all our support vessels.
That is why we are here. Leave the gun to us.
Come with me, then. I should warn you, my lords. We've got a slight orc problem down here.
So, many normal humans wouldn't talk to Space Marines like this, but Mira is probably one of the few who would, as she's Acadian. Ah, yes.
T to
yes.
all your close combat damage are enhanced and you regain health, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you know of
So,
only that our troops were sent to guard the Titan Invictus at Manufactorum Ajacis. That was 2 weeks ago, and we've lost contact with them.
We need to reach that Titan.
Your fastest route is across the rail bridge behind the gun complex. It leads directly to the western gates of the Manufactorum.
So, yes, Cadia is what's called a fortress world, which means everyone on the planet is either serving in the Guard, training to serve in the Guard, or is on standby for serving in the Guard. Cadia is on the edge of the Eye of Terror, which is a colossal warp storm. Warp storms are basically portals into hell. This is not exactly, of course. But yes, Cadians have spent their entire lives fighting all the portals of hell, and as such, don't really give a fuck about anything. They are also the much as the Ultramarines are the poster boys of the Space Marines. The Cadians are normally used as the poster boys of the Imperial Guards. Each military faction or each Guard regiment is based on a real-world military counterpart, and the Space Marines and the Cadians are modern-day American soldiers. And that is the third audio log. We missed the second one.
Well, I already picked it up, actually, so that's
yes,
why
it
we
was
missed
somewhere after we meet Leandros.
Just get the ship out of orbit, pilot. Lieutenant Mira. The Orcs cut off our reinforcements.
Damn it. I suggest we move the unit to a more defensible position, sir.
Do it! And make sure...
And then the one we picked up was this.
What's wrong with her?
Orc projectile to the leg, Magos Cassia.
Amputations are down the hall.
Very well, I shall prepare for the implant grafting.
No implants. Just get rid of her leg and stitch her up fast. We're at war.